Welcome to the Jolly Roger. My name's Chef Brian, and today we are going to be making KFC copycat potato wedges, and then we're also going to make what they have is called chicken littles. They take a chicken tender, they put it in a bun with some mayo and some pickles. I've been having a craving lately, and so we're going to do it at home. First, we have about 3.5 cups of flour, and then I have a bunch of seasonings. You know, everybody says the 11 spices and herbs. Well, they're right here, and so they'll be in the description for the amount, but we're gonna dump that in and we're gonna give that a mix. And then I'll strain my potatoes. They're in water right now. That's to keep them from oxidizing and turning brown. And we're gonna mix this seasoned flour. And then we have our dredge set up. So I have some eggs and some milk. I have our plain flour, but I just put salt and pepper in it. And then we have our seasoned flour. And we'll get that done, and I'll strain my potatoes. We're waiting on our oil to reach about 350 degrees. Right now I'm sitting at 240, so when that comes up, we'll start dredging and making our potato wedges, and then we can get into our chicken strips. So I have our potatoes. I went ahead and strained them. They're still wet, so that's gonna be great because we're gonna go ahead and put them in our flour. And this is just the flour with the salt and pepper. We're gonna give them a toss. And you want to keep one hand wet, one hand dry. So I guess my right hand is going to be the dry hand. We're just going to drop that in our egg and milk mixture. And this is going to help the seasoned flour stick. We're going to toss that, get the excess flour off. And then we can use our tongs just to get them coated. And then we'll immediately drop them into our seasoned flour. And we're gonna do a double dredge on these, so we have a lot of seasoning, because that's the best part about potato wedges, besides the potato, is the seasoning. And now that they're in here, we're gonna toss those. Keep my hands separate. And then back into the egg mixture. And now this is ready for the oil. So we'll set that aside. I'm gonna put this over here. And I'll get the rest of these done and I'll see you in just a sec. So we got our potatoes, they're all breaded. I got another tray behind me. We did a little bit more than we should have, that was my bad. And our oil is now at 350 degrees. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop these in. Be very careful doing this. You can do it with the spider or a pair of tongs. That would be, safer, but I don't wanna overcrowd my pan. And we'll drop one more. And we don't want them touching or anything like that. And once these start to turn brown, they start to float, that means they're done. So we're gonna give this a few minutes. I think it's gonna be around 7 to 8 minutes until it's completely done, and we'll see you then. I'll pull it out and show you. Our first batch looks awesome. We're gonna set this over to the side. We're gonna put it on a sheet rack. That way, or you can do a paper towel if you don't have a sheet rack. And then we're gonna drop in a couple more. And I was gonna tell you, I went ahead and cut one open just to verify that the potato is done on the inside. And that gives you about the right timing. So we're gonna do our second batch. We're gonna rinse and repeat. This is our last batch of wedges. And I ended up Googling the temperature of a baked potato to finalize, that's hot, if they're done or not. And the temperature is between 205 and 210. That's another way to make sure that your wedges are done. All right, now we're gonna move on to the chicken. And I'm gonna go ahead and bread that chicken. So we got the chicken breaded. We're gonna go ahead and, I'm gonna do 2 at a time because this is kind of a small pot to be doing more than that. Make sure you always put it away from yourself. And there we are. I'm gonna check in on this in about, let's say about 7 minutes. Remember, you're gonna have a carryover temperature cooking. So when we pull this out, it's gonna carry over for another about 7 degrees. So I like to pull my chicken out, especially breast meat, around 158, and then let it rest for a good 5-10 minutes. And then that should be over the limit of 165. All right, we are done frying. There we are. We're gonna let these rest for a few minutes, clean up, and then we'll plate. We're gonna go ahead and plate this. I got some Japanese mayonnaise. It's called Kewpie. Use whatever mayonnaise you like, Hellmann's or Duke's. But we're gonna go ahead and put a good generous layer of mayo. Spread that out, and we'll get a little bit on either side. I love these little sandwiches that they sell, which is probably not a good thing that I love them, but you know, they're not good for you, but it's okay. Just a little bit more. Then we'll add in our pickles. And if I know Lynn, she loves pickles. Pickle every bite. I'll just do one more there. We're gonna go ahead and add in our chicken. And then we'll fold it, top it like that. And then we're gonna cut this on a bias. So I'm gonna do a 45. Go straight down with it. Place it in our basket. See how I want this to look. And then add the wedges.
If you must, yeah, okay. Like right here, if you take a picture from
Yeah,
this
but
angle.
here.
Yeah, and then this would be the back, and you would see this.
But you won't see this. I guess you can see the sandwiches. All right, let's go take it. Something like that. Okay. All right, there you have it. This is our version of KFC's Chicken Little, and we have our wedges, and I think the thumbnail, I think it turned out all right. So let's get a bite. I'm gonna go with that one.
Okay.
You can have the one with the pickles.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Oh, I'm excited about this. Mm. Tastes just like it. Mm.
But bigger.
Yeah, a lot bigger. But anyway, thank you all for being here. And we're on our way to 500. If you hit the subscribe button, that'd be awesome. And leave a comment down below on what you would like us to make. And we're going to do a drawing next week. We do a drawing every month. And like, comment, share, subscribe. And we'll see you Friday. Peace. Perfect.
Not that I don't know how these taste since I've been stealing them.
Yeah, I know, right?
Do we have to call the kid down for dinner?
You're gonna finish all of that? I didn't think so.
I have to go out and work out.
This is awesome.
I love Duke's mayonnaise, but
Kewpie is so much better.
for something like this, it's like...
I agree. We'll have to look at the thumbnail. Pick one out. And the chicken's still juicy.